Why modern sales training is completely broken and how to fix it. I'm John from Bravo, company Digital Bravo Global Staffing. We started in real estate and then have been in all kinds of different sectors, helping companies grow revenue, grow sales with awesome marketing, how to build sales funnels. We've helped a bunch of companies and we do in our own company. And this is what I've learned. This is what I've basically spent the last 5 years trying to learn all day, every day. First, let me pose this to you. I love Gary Vee, right? Like Gary Vee all day, every day. Hey, record it. Like let's make video, okay? So I was like, all right, I got that. Gary Vee's the man. And then I also love the E-Myth Revisited, right? This idea of setting up systems inside your business. So you're like, how do you take Gary Vee, his persona, his create content like crazy, and marry it up with a system? I don't know, right? I don't know. So I spent 5 years trying to figure it out. And what I would say today is right now, sales training it's complete chaos. All right. You have Gary Vee over here. You have Alex Hormozi over here. You have all these different people trying to teach you what to do and what not to do. That is completely confusing. Okay. So my intent in this video is to show you how I've approached it and how I recommend you approach it. I think it'll help quite a bit. And ultimately, the 80-20 of this is every different industry has certain aspects that are really good. And when you want to learn about sales, you should go to this industry. When you want to learn about lead gen, you should go to this industry, right? There's different industries. You can go to someone like me. I try to be a person that knows all this stuff. Or you can do your own research, but this is the video to kind of get towards that, okay? You could call this like a Frankenstein type method, okay? But let's get into it. First, why is it chaotic today? The economy's kind of down, October 2025. Everyone's trying to grow revenue, right? So if I try to do a video or some content about how to create a system, how to do better bookkeeping, how to like all of these kind of back office things, it'll die. If I ask anyone, how do you grow or do any type of content about how to grow revenue, how to get more leads, get more sales, it goes crazy. In today's environment, everyone wants sales training. The problem is it's everywhere, okay? Too many people are going, hey, I need the perfect script. And they think if they get the perfect script, it'll fix everything. Some people think it's the perfect list. If I get the perfect list, that'll fix everything. Or some people are trying to sell software. If I get the perfect software, it'll fix everything. The problem is none of those things fix everything. Okay. It's not that you need a fix. It's that you need a system. And in reality, we've got our system, but other systems could work, but you need a system that kind of looks through everything. I call our system, it's not like I created it, but how we do it is top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Top of funnel. How can I get as many eyeballs as possible? How can I get as many leads as possible into my funnel? Okay. Middle of funnel. I need to work those leads. I need to establish trust and authority with those leads. Bottom of funnel. I need to have an awesome offer so I can convert those leads into paying customers. Okay. So let's get into this Frankenstein method. Let's start at the top. Okay. How do you create a funnel? Where do you get the funnel framework from? It comes from high ticket sales. What is high ticket sales? High ticket sales is online coaching, online masterminds. We see it in the guru space, right? A lot of this stuff comes from the guru space, ultimately because they start really wide. Right? They start with a huge funnel. And then at the bottom, it can be super, super profitable with huge margins. Okay. So they're all about how can I put a bunch of money into Facebook ads? I don't know exactly who's going to convert. I don't know exactly what my ICP is, but how can I get these people to convert to the bottom and I know I'm going to make a bunch of money? We steal that from Alex Hormozi is one that comes to mind. Alex Hormozi's got good stuff. I'm not an Alex Hormozi hater at all, but reading his $1 million, $100 million leads, $100 million offers. It is all about how to create that funnel. So if you want to learn more about that funnel and kind of high ticket sales, go to the Alex Hormozi stuff. Okay. What about sales skills? Okay. In my opinion, Alex Hormozi doesn't really talk about sales skills that much. What is a sales skill? Sales skills is you sit in front of someone and you convince them to buy. Okay. Sure. You could say like, well, it depends on the lead, right? Like how much does the lead need your service? It depends on your offer. Sure, all that's true, okay? But where do you go if you want to be able to sell your ass off, right? If you want to be able to sell. And I'm telling you, without a shadow of a doubt, it is the people that do one call closes. We're talking roofing, we're talking solar sales, timeshares, wholesaling, real estate. These people are freaking pushy, and I'm not comfortable being that pushy. But if you want to learn from them, that's where you got to go. These one call close, high urgency, high competition, and they're going to push people across the finish line. If you can get sales scripts and overcoming objection training from some of these timeshare solar companies, they are worth their weight in gold. Also, if you're looking to hire people that have been successful in those industries, you're going to do really well. Okay. What about marketing, right? Let's talk sales and marketing real quick. What's the difference between sales and marketing? Marketing gets you leads. Sales converts those leads, okay? How do you get better at marketing? I think you have to be really careful here because a lot of the marketing gurus want to talk about being an artist, and I am not in the camp of marketing is about art. I'm in the camp of marketing is about getting stuff done. That being said, you can still learn from them. So how do you learn from the marketers? I think the influencers, the creators, right? That's where the world's moving. The Kim Kardashians of the world and whoever the younger generation of Kim Kardashian is, right? The influencers on Instagram, that is where you learn all about marketing. What about paid ads? Okay. Let's first say there's two sets of paid ads, okay? First, there are Facebook paid ads, okay? This is, let's go demand capture and demand creation, okay? Demand creation is someone doesn't want your product or service, and you're convincing them like, hey, I bet you never thought about this before, but you might want this. That is demand creation. Demand capture is someone going, I need my toilet fixed. Who should I reach out to? That's trying to capture that demand that already exists, okay? Facebook ads is demand creation. Where you want to look here, without a shadow of a doubt, is e-commerce, okay? E-commerce people are the best at running Facebook ads. That's, if you want to go down the YouTube University rabbit hole, you look up how do e-commerce people run Facebook ads, okay? And then for demand capture, that's the HVAC people, right? The problem with the HVAC people that are doing the demand capture, all the kind of the home services, is most of those home service companies don't know how to run their own ads at all. Almost all of them are paying agencies to differing effects. It's kind of a sad, like I think that space could be disrupted significantly, but I'm not ready to tackle that right now, and I'm going down a rabbit hole, so let me get back on track. Okay, what about middle of funnel? Who is the best at developing a middle of funnel? Podcasters and YouTubers, okay? Podcasters and YouTubers. Long form content that gets you to know, like, and trust them, right? Builds trust and authority. You want to know how to increase your middle of funnel? Pay attention to what the podcasters and the YouTubers are doing, okay? What about cold outbound? Without a doubt, the best cold outbound is the SaaS playbook, software as a service playbook. Today, that is cold messaging on DM, cold emailing, cold calling, this multi-channel stuff going on. The SaaS people are doing it best. There's some good books out there about how do you use SDRs, sales development reps, to set appointments, and then how do you execute the appointment. All that stuff was created by SaaS, okay? How about B2B relationships? How do you win friends and influence people, right? Who's doing the best with that right now? To me, without a shadow of a doubt, and I might be biased here because I interact with a lot of them, but it's the best commercial real estate brokers. They're who are doing it best right now. Okay, so title of this video, as I said, is why modern sales training is completely broken and how to fix it. So how it's completely broken is everyone's giving you the approved solution. I don't think there's an approved solution. I think you have to look at it in some system. I prefer the system where it's top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And then where do you learn from? I think you learn from all those, all those different industries I just talked about, right? So stop trying to think like, hey, which one's best, right? Think about, hey, when I learn from Gary Vee, how does it fit into my system? When I learn about what the E-Myth Revisited is talking about, how does that fit into my system? When I think about Alex Hormozy, how does it fit into my system? When I watch some random TikTok video and it's of a guy going door to door as a solar salesperson, how does that fit into my system? Okay, and then remember, marketing is all about leads, okay? Content builds trust in the middle of the funnel, right? And then sales is what actually converts, right? What is my story? My story is I've tried them all. I've loved them all. I've hated them all. And what I realize is kind of every sales cycle or every sales funnel is slightly different. Everyone's ICP is slightly different. Everyone's offer is slightly different. But ultimately, I think top of funnel, everyone can get a little bit better. Middle of funnel, everyone can get better. Bottom of funnel, everyone can get can get better. And then what's your ICP is super important. How can you have different offers? You know, free offer, low ticket offer, reoccurring offer, main offer, one-off offer. So yeah, that's it. That's how to fix your sales. That's how to get better at sales. Again, I'm John Plumstead. I run a lead gen education company called Bravo Company Digital and a staffing company called Bravo Global Staffing. We've got an awesome school group that is really cheap. Get in that school group if you want to learn more stuff like this. Thanks much. Take care.